You're not supposed to say that. We're on camera, man.
Oh. What's going on, guys? It's Jack with another big video. And today we're going to be going into another episode of my solo podcast, which I guess, this isn't really solo, you know what I'm saying?
Because I'm here.
This guy's here. This is the guy that I started my music career with, produced my first ever, probably like 150 songs.
It's been a lot.
Like a lot.
It's been a lot.
Mixed my first ever, your name is Fendrito?
Yeah, but let me you pronounce it wrong. It's Sholin Music.
But I thought it was pronounced Sholin.
No, it's Sholin. S-J...
O-L-I-N.
Oh, thank you. I forgot how to spell my own.
That's crazy. Is that German?
No, it's actually Swedish.
Taiwanese?
Yes, both.
Wow.
All three mixed together.
Yeah, well, this is the guy that I started all with. His real name is James. That's what I call him. But
James. You guys can call me James. Or?
We won't declassify that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want people to know
my real name.
Yeah, they don't want to look you up on the internet.
That's true.
Because they don't want to see what they're gonna find.
Because when I pop out, I'm gonna be wearing a mask like Marshmallow in Daft Punk,
or a mask like the doctors in the bubonic plague.
That's a good idea.
Can you believe that was a thing that?
Kind of creepy.
They were walking around in those black
the witch doctors.
Masks.
That's what they called them, right?
I think that was absolutely insane. When I was there, that was crazy.
When you were there?
Yeah.
In the bubonic plague?
Yeah.
You reincarnated or something? What's going on?
I don't want to get into that right now,
we can't
man.
talk about that.
I can't share too much. I can't share too much. We are Christians. By the way, guys, this video is sponsored and brought to you by our free guitar sample pack.
Bam.
Oh my gosh. The music's playing in the background too. It's somewhere like right there, yeah. Down in the description below. Go check them out. Also, there's a bunch of free stuff, free guides, other free sample packs. But the guitar one is what brought you this video. All right, let's get into it, bro. This episode of Money Is Mayhem, we're going to be talking about the grind.
The grind. I've been scared of it.
He has. I call it, it's like he's a demon, and when the grind is like holy water. We'll be talking about anything in a group chat, just like complete idiots. You know how just like monkey talk.
Monkey talk.
And I'll just out of nowhere mention the grind, and then silence.
Hey,
Gonzos.
Man, I had to grind on Call of Duty.
No, I grinded on Call of Duty yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
By the way, if you're trying to play Search and Destroy with me, let's go. Email me, jackson@spacemapstudios.com. Let's run it up.
He really needs help winning.
No, I need friends because it's more fun with friends. But we're going to be talking about how the grind never stops and how it's hard. Why would it be called the grind if it was easy? They'd call it the slide if it was easy.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
But you know what? Whenever you're in that Audi R8 driving down Rodeo Drive, drop top, you're not going to be like,
nothing.
Oh, that was so hard. I'm exhausted. I'm miserable.
I wish I didn't grind.
Yeah, you're never going to think that.
When's the last time you thought, I wish I didn't grind that day?
I've never, ever thought that. The only thought I've had is I wish I gave it a little more.
Right. And how many times have you thought, I wish I grinded that day?
Every time I don't grind.
Exactly.
Except for like,
stay on that grind.
So like last week, I had a week of just like crazy output. I did so much and I was so exhausted. And then me, you, and Darian and Kai went fishing.
Yeah.
I intentionally the whole day just didn't do anything but hung out outside, ate some good food, drank some good tea, and went to bed early. Mm-hmm. And that's all I did because I needed that. Sometimes you gotta recharge.
Yeah.
And that's crucial because then you'll burn out. And right. I've burnt out. Like my life has unfortunately looked a lot like this, where it's just flat. Spike of work, flat.
Random.
Spike of work. And
sporadic.
Everyone's like, yeah, and everyone around me notices, like, all the people at when I worked full-time jobs, will be like, oh, here goes Jackson again, back at it. Because when I'm on the grind, I can't stop talking about it. I want everyone around me to talk about it. If you're not talking about it, I'm mad at you.
It's like an addiction.
It's toxic. It's like, I really get mad at you, like, really get like, fine. I'm never reaching out. I'm never reaching out to him about the grind again.
Because he's not grinding.
Exactly my thought. And it's like, I don't know, because I want you, not that I want you to like, not that I'd stop being your friend or anything, but it's like, I'd want you to be like, bro, he was not lying. Like, he was right. He was not. He was trying to help me. He was trying to get me to come on the train before it left the station.
Right.
But, man, do I love the grind.
Let's talk about one thing real quick.
What's that?
Why does your mic look like that and mine looks like this?
Man, that's what you pulled up with. That's what you pulled up with, dude. Yeah, this is pretty sick. I got a bunch of stickers on here from all the different booths at NAMM. As we were going around interviewing people, I was letting them put their stickers on the mic. I thought that was a genius idea.
Mine has little googly eyes.
It sure does. I'd put that on there. It's a little human.
Yeah, I like it.
That's pretty awesome.
You got a little afro.
But pick up that analog piece down there and show them. So this is what we were doing today. We were like children destroying this piece of this.
See it? Oh yeah, you can see it here.
It's a whole channel strip. It's got.
We were taking it apart to rebuild it.
Yep.
We were gonna upgrade it because we're actually geniuses. We know how to do all this stuff.
We totally didn't just rip the wires out.
Yeah.
We just destroy
like
everything.
A couple of meth heads.
But that's what we were doing today. My plan to do with it is to turn it into a cool art piece, and then I want to start. This is part of the grind. I'm letting y'all into my mind process as to. I remember what I was going to tell you yesterday. That was a gym that I forgot.
Oh, okay.
So when you're constantly making content and you're constantly putting things out there, you're not overthinking it.
Yeah.
You put your brain in a different mode.
Okay.
So you probably have like hundreds of thoughts a day that would do like millions of views if somehow they were recorded, published,
through.
Put out. You have these cool thoughts. You're always talking to yourself. You're always running into things, seeing things. And so when you're consistent by putting out content, you position your brain to be in watch out mode for those moments where you're like, oh, that's an idea. This is an idea. This is an idea.
It kind of reminds me. So instead of a lot of people go through life reacting to situations versus, or was that? Yeah, you're reacting versus taking action. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll just let life push you around versus just saying, no, actually, I'm
you pushing life around by. It's like it's what we are as creatives. We take our circumstances and our things and all this stuff, and we just create something out of what's already there. Like, we're not God. We can't pull something out of thin air. Like, we got to get materials and start with someone else's art and like
and then just start in general. Like, you can't just like be like, okay, I want to learn how to play guitar, and then never put in the practice. Like, it's easy to see somebody on Instagram like shredding on the guitar, but you don't see the amount of hours they had to put in and the time they spent just sitting there learning scales or learning the notes on the guitar, all the tedious work, which is actually fun when you dive into it. If you actually want to learn it, or if you actually enjoy it, you'll find fun out of it. Yeah,
and you'll end up. Everyone always says the best days of success are the grind. Like, the days you'll miss the most are the days when you were working the hardest. You had nothing. You're fighting. You're in a panic. Oh, I got to make money today.
Yeah.
I don't have a job because I'm an idiot and I think I can make money off music. And you put yourself in the position to be forced into it. You always talk about how me having a kid so young, I have a 6-year-old kid and I'm 24, that there's something there like that's super driving and like always nagging at you to make something of life, because now somebody else who's innocent is 100% dependent on you.
Right.
And so that's really that.
Life hits you fast.
It does.
It's like when we were 18. I mean, you think you're 18, you think you're the SHIT.
And we sure freaking did. So a little backstory, James and I signed a 6-album record. It was a deal around a record. So let me explain that we never were paid, although they paid for a lot of stuff for us. They like nothing but love for these guys. They did nothing but gave to us and supported us and believed in us. The whole thing just didn't work out, but because of the pandemic and all that stuff. But so James and I had been up and down to New York a bunch of times. And this is when we were young, 18, 19, egos
ignorant,
going crazy. Like, can you imagine, dude?
gosh.
We get flown up to New York, fresh out of high school. I've got a kid. Like, I'm like
ready to
trying
go.
to make up for the embarrassment
Yeah.
of it, having a kid at 8. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to stomach. And all my hope was lying on the fact that we get flown up there and we go into a studio and there's Linkin Park plaques on the wall, Nelly plaques. We're working with
that was crazy.
People who have worked with everyone we dream of, trying to pretend like we've been there before and not overreact. And my jaw got stuck. Like the first time we went up there, just constantly staring and just tense and like I got lockjaw.
Yeah, that was annoying me. I remember like it was like late at night and some dude was mixing our song and I remember just looking over at you and you're like doing some stuff with your chin. I'm like, dude, stop that. It's annoying me.
Yeah, and I tried to eat like avocado toast and it hurt so bad I couldn't eat.
Crazy.
I
think lockjaw is something that's like you get from tetanus.
Yeah, but you can, but people just have it. People will just get it.
Yeah, but isn't lockjaw something that can kill you or something?
I'm sure that's a symptom of severe things, but at the same time, it's also a symptom of just I was nervous and holding my jaw in one place.
Yeah,
in my muscles frozen position.
And then I remember they had you like sing in front of everybody.
Oh my gosh,
that sounded terrifying.
Oh my gosh, dude, terrible. And let me tell you, I mean, like now, I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
In my singing, I am by no means a great vocal controller. Like I have a hard time controlling my vocal cords, but 10 times better than I was back then.
For sure.
And yeah, I mean, I still did it. Screw it. I stood up and
there's something about like people putting you on the spot. You're like, oh no.
Ooh.
Like, hey, play me a song on that. You're like, ugh.
And conveniently, coming out soon, a video is going to be coming out very soon of James performing at my cousin's wedding.
That's happening?
That's how you agreed to it, bro.
Gosh.
The grind. And so that brings me all back around to what you initially said, which is like you don't see the little details people put in, like on guitar when someone's really good or piano. And so one day we're at Ife's house in the studio with T.Y. Bello, a big Nigerian photographer and artist.
Yeah.
And her Uber driver...
Oh, I think you told me about
happened to do music, be a part of me, interested in it. So she's like, yo, come in and see the studio.
Yeah.
So he comes in, him and Ife start chopping it up, and they exchange Instagrams and see that they both follow this guy named Sonic Major, who produced a song for Drake and Future and Thames. And they're just both like, what are the odds at this tiny freaking world? And so the Uber driver ends up FaceTiming Sonic Major. He answers. He pulls up to the session.
What? Oh, he lives in the area too?
Yeah. He was pretty close. But that's a little off-topic random right there, but cool fact. And then so the Uber driver just randomly sits down at the piano and just...
That was crazy.
And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is everyone good at the piano? And I practiced for 1 month and suck. It's because... It's like, you don't see that they... probably started when they were young and never stopped and enjoyed it. Or
it's not even, depending on how, some people will start at 25.
If you worked hard, you could be really skilled at any instrument in 1 year.
What's that? It's like the 10,000 hour rule or whatever.
Yeah, how many hours are in a year?
I don't know.
Let me ask Siri real quick. Hey Siri, how many hours are in a year?
Let me guess. There's 24 hours in a day, 365 days in a year. Let me do the math. Calculating.
It's not good news, I'll tell you.
Oh no.
It's like 8,700.
What?
So
That's
if you spend every moment,
crazy.
you'd have to spend every second, and you wouldn't even be to the 10,000 hours yet. So that just goes to show what it takes.
That's actually 8,000. That's a good amount. So if you 1 year. Oh wait. No, that's crazy because you can practice piano for like an hour, 2 hours.
Let's say you do 3 hours a day. Let's
forever,
be like somebody who's really into it. Maybe 4 hours a day times 365. 1,460 hours. 10,000 divided
So we're
by
talking like
1,450.
10 years.
6.8 years.
But think about how fast 10 years is going to go by.
Yeah, so so
The next 10 years at least
right.
of my life. Maybe if you're 10 years old, it'll go by a little bit slower.
Yeah. Yeah, it's safe to say you probably put in, if you're really addicted and passionate about what you're doing, 1,000 hours a year.
Yeah.
You've got days where you can't do anything. There's probably weeks where you can't do anything. You're on vacation, holidays, all these things.
Right, that will
interrupt it, and you got to kind of hit the brakes. But that's crazy. No, yeah. So I'd see this random dude just shredding, and I'm like, bro, come on. How are you guys doing this?
Right.
And you just don't see. You look at someone, and they're. That's why skills like that are so entertaining, and people are so like. It's like magical and mystical to 99% of the world, is because you're seeing a moment of 30 years of practice and preparation into one moment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
that's
you get to experience
see it.
what they've created with their own ability.
It's pretty amazing. And what's even crazier is like anybody can do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
some people are like tone deaf and rhythm deaf as far as music goes.
But you can still learn. Like if you're tone deaf, I'm sure there's a percentage.
Right, because it's kind of hard to play.
It's
kind of hard to play like if your guitar is in tune and stuff. It's kind of hard to be flat the whole time you're playing.
What do you mean?
Like if your guitar's in tune and you're hitting all the right notes, it's kind of hard to be flat. It's like an instrument is more like pushing buttons. At the same time, it's like a lot of coordination and timing, versus like singing. It's like playing the trombone, where there's no just button to push or exact position to
like
be
there's
in.
There's not a fret, or there's not the exact note,
or a key where you just here's C. You have to like. Yeah, it's like a trombone where you just slide. Like, I don't get that. It's like they just
or like a violin or something. Yeah.
Exactly. So
it's knowing the. Yeah.
So vocals are just a little different. And I also realized, this is completely random, but I also realized that singers can just control the transition of note and holding a note. The muscles are more developed in they're more detailed.
Yeah.
Because me and the guy who won American Idol, whoever that is, the guy could hit a C on a piano, we could both sing a C, and it'd probably sound exactly the same.
What do you mean?
Just holding the solid note just for 2 seconds. Yeah. But it's their ability to transition between notes fast and be able to hold notes consistently.
That, and also, just being able to keep... and
go straight to the next note, not versus kind of sway into it like you're trying to find it like on a trombone.
Right, like their vocal, it's like muscle memory pretty much. It's like they understand.
They know what it feels like. They know if you're playing an instrumental in a certain key, they don't need perfect pitch to be like, I go to a B next.
Yeah.
Their brain can hear the instinct to do it and just go there.
Right.
And there's no delay, there's no trying to find it.
And like I feel like for a lot of singers, like none of them started out like they were really good, you know? I mean, there's probably a few that just had it.
Well, yeah, look up on YouTube I know you've probably seen it. The guy's like, I practice singing every day for 1 year. Yeah. And he's a singer at the end. Right. A great singer.
Oh, I've seen that video. It's crazy.
Anybody can learn to control their notes. You could be tone deaf and sing perfectly out of key, and your vocal alone would still sound like you could sing.
Yeah.
Because you could be perfectly flat and you've created this new perfect key. I don't know. Not that they'd be able to do that, because that pitch relative... you can have... There's perfect pitch and there's relative pitch. Mm-hmm. So relative pitch could be like, if you sing a C, you can be like, all right, now sing the next note in the minor key.
Using the C note as your bass to figure out.
Yeah. That's relative pitch, which a lot of musicians have that. And then perfect pitch is B flat.
Yeah. And that's like a learned skill, I feel like, the relative pitch.
Oh yeah, like E phase like that. And if you master in your relative pitch so good, I mean, you're close to perfect pitch. Like, they don't have much more on you. Yeah. They got a lot on you, but not much more on you. But back to just like the general grind, dude. Let me just say, guys, let me just tell you exactly right now. If you're wondering what the heck should I do, what should I get into, you start by picking up a camera and pressing record.
Oh, yeah, that's what you were telling me last night.
And so I want to try to say this correctly, but when you just press record, and like a lot of people probably sit around thinking about what kind of content do I make? How do I make sure it looks good? All these things.
Yeah.
But they don't realize the biggest and most important asset is not the quality of the content, cameras, mics. It's the quality of the content, the substance of the content. It's who are you as a brand and a personality.
You could film something on just an iPhone in your bedroom, and if it's a good video, people will like it and will be drawn to it. But obviously, once you start doing it and you start learning like all the little skills to improve it, it'll just make it even 10 times better.
Right.
And you learn that by actually pressing record, like you're saying, and then putting it out there, which is something I struggle with. And it's like, but yeah, that's the key.
Yeah.
Though.
So just press record, because the whole point is you want to train yourself, just like you're training a vocal, training anything. It's the same thing across every endeavor in life. You're training and building and creating your media avatar, your media personality, which is what you use. That's your marketing asset.
Right.
You're not going to show, you pick what you want to show online. You pick who you want to be. Not that you're being fake, but you're picking, am I going to be the excited Jackson, the kind of serious technical Jackson, the funny Jackson, the dad Jackson?
Explain it how you explained it last night, talking about Athlete X and
I'm getting there. I was thinking of different YouTubers to be more broad, of people that everyone knows.
Oh, okay.
So, who's like a super technical YouTuber, like that just does super technical things that like Marcus Brownlee, the iPhone review guy. Is that his name? Marquise Brownlee is his name?
I don't know his name, but I know who exactly
you know what I'm talking about. Just reviews products, super technical, super that. And then you got Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Who's super bubbly, super personality.
I've never watched a Mr. Beast video, I'll be honest.
That's fine, but you know who he is, and you know
not really.
He's just famous because he's him too. Or who's somebody who's just famous because they're just them. Like Ryan Trahan, you know who that is? The curly-headed guy that did the Penny series.
Penny series?
He crossed America on just a penny.
What?
Yeah.
No.
He took a penny, left, and went and traded it for things, made money, sold things, built the penny up, and crossed America.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys get my point, though. You've got the, like, people who are influential. Their brand is them, and they happen to be a part of things. So the example I was giving James was, like, Jesse James West, the fitness YouTuber, versus Athlete X. Athlete X is super technical, draws on himself, whiteboards, like contract the muscle according to this dynamical differential.
Like a personal trainer, kind of.
Right. So super technical and super pinpoint on the niche. You're going for just the content, not necessarily his personality. Versus Jesse James West makes
like vlog style.
General entertaining content that happens to have the theme of fitness.
Right.
And so if Jesse James West made a video where he's like, I went to the studio, it'd get millions of views because people want to see him doing that.
Right.
Whatever it is, they know when they watch this video, watch him, they're entertained.
Right.
Versus Athlete X, and nothing's wrong with super technical stuff.
No,
I'm just saying
we love Athlete X.
Yeah, he's helped with a ton of stuff. Fitness wise, we don't know him. But
yeah.
But Athlete X, if he went to the studio, it'd just be kind of confusing. Like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Right.
Because his brand isn't as much personality.
I'd still watch it though.
Yeah, me too. But his brand isn't
Jeff or something like that.
No, Jeff's a different YouTuber. Oh, his name might be Jeff. I don't care what his name is.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It doesn't matter.
But yeah. So
we know a Jeff. That's why.
The whole point is that when you build up your camera personality and who you want to be on camera, once that's developed and set, you can pivot no matter where you go in life and still document and market it in the most beneficial way that's ever been around, which is
Right.
just personal media. And let me just finish real quick that so if this whole music thing didn't work out,
Yeah.
I could go be a plumber, and you best
Yeah.
believe that camera, this mic is coming with me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be up on TikTok getting 40 million views of video. I don't, and let me say, I don't have, I don't have big numbers at all. I'm just sharing my recent thought process in my latest grind push.
I like the way you think because you're always thinking like, okay, I'm going to make it happen. I don't care that I'm not there.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say in the comments. I mean, you do care. Like
it'll get to you.
Yeah, like you'll take constructive criticism. Some people are just love to hate though.
That's yeah. I mean, love it.
Yeah.
Like they just see you. Oh, guy posted about audio.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Like, okay, I'm in a position, no matter who you are, let me tell you this right now, no matter who you are, whatever you're passionate about, you know more about that subject and you're more skilled about that subject than somebody out there.
Yeah.
And probably at least 1 million people in the world.
Yeah.
At bare minimum. So there's an audience for you to teach to get to where you're at.
Right.
You don't have to be an expert if you're not trying to appeal to experts. I don't want experts watching my stuff like relying on just me. I'm really after the people who were in the position I was 4 years ago when we bounce an album out we finalize an album, we go take it in the car and we're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
Terrible.
What did we do? Like, that's the person I'm trying to help. Just I mean,
in your bedroom when you're 17 years old and you're like, why does it not sound like this rap song I heard on whatever? Even though
modern rap is the quality is
crazy, dude. I was listening to Lil Baby's like me and my dog, whatever that song is, and I'm just like, dang, they recorded this in the trenches, man.
Yeah. No, Lil Baby specifically, no hate on him, fire artist.
Yeah.
It sounds like he'll go anywhere to record, dude. I mean,
and send it to anybody to get mixed.
Like a feature, he'll just be like, dang it, me and my dog, me and my dog for real, like something like that. But that's crazy, dude. I don't understand that. I mean, so many of his songs. Sorry, we got the window open over here. If it's noisy,
great.
I'm sorry, but hopefully this.
No, it's the chill vibe.
Yeah, hopefully they can just listen and appreciate for what it is. But poor Lil Baby, I mean, he's doing his thing.
What's crazy,
no hate,
is when I was younger and like all these rappers were using like crazy auto-tune, I didn't care at all. But now when I hear it, I'm like, are you kidding me? This is a joke, right? And honestly, I don't know how a lot of people like that. Like, this may be a hot take, but Playboi Carti, I maybe liked a few of his songs from like his way early stuff. Like
that's your point? Just hating on him?
Yeah.
No, I agree. And to put it in a more respectful way, in a more intelligent way, what James was saying was like, no, not what James was saying. This is my take on it, is people like it because people don't understand. Like when we listen to music, sometimes it's a curse that you're kind of always thinking like, that delay on the vocals kind of bothering me. Yeah. I don't like it. Like there's songs that I wouldn't add to my playlist just because the high end sounded weird. Like it didn't sound bad. It just sounded like
any song I send.
I just couldn't stop listening to it. You know what I'm saying?
Like some resonance. Like
not that it's even a resonance that should have been fixed. It's just in the recording of the song. It's just there.
I've heard that. That's happened to me.
So like there's this song by the Migos. That's funny we brought up trap like this because I randomly started listening to a few songs again because I can kind of just step out of that mindset of being analytical and just enjoy the just feel good vibe or something. Right. But it's by the Migos. I think it's Straightening.
I think I hate on Playboi Carti because he's always on Demon Time. And I just
that's not good. And that's not. I don't appreciate any music that is just degrading to humanity. Period. But Straightening by Migos. I think that's the song. On the hi hat. on the hi-hat, there's a reverb just constantly on the hi-hat.
I'm always reluctant to do that.
And I can hear it in even when they're singing and rapping. It's all I can listen to is. Does anybody else notice that if I play this song somewhere and I just tap someone on the shoulder like, do you hear that? They'd be like, no, what the heck are you talking about? The voice.
That's what my dad would say.
You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't hear anything past.
So that's why I think a lot of people really enjoy the modern hip hop and trap stuff, and not hip hop because there's a whole world out there. You know what we're talking about? That kind of just like quick, like mass output, like auto tuning. Just everybody's trying to do it.
Yeah.
Type rap. That's what we're talking about.
Well, because anybody can do it. I mean, literally anybody could do this. If you have auto-tune cranked, you can sing on a song, as long as you're not tone deaf. If you're I've heard a few songs where I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
I've recorded people. I've recorded people. I had to tell James who real quick, but I recorded people where I was like, the beat was dope. He's tone deaf. And I got fully maxed out auto-tune. He can't leave the key. Bro cannot leave the key of the song. And he could not go to another note.
He was just in one note.
He's just in one note.
Monotone.
Or he'd just accidentally go down and just like inability to use the notes. You know what I'm saying? So maybe actually a tone deaf person they don't have relative pitch. So if you play a song and you go play every key on this piano and then go back and play the ones that were in key with the song, they wouldn't be able to do it because they can't hear it. Because they can't hear themselves singing out of pitch.
Right.
Even with max auto-tune.
I feel like, who knows if...
It's just a weird world.
Right.
And music it's supposed to be special, and that's what bothers me and you about everyone coming into it. Every single person thinking that. I mean, I don't think it should stop. I don't think you should go to jail if you've got to focus right and you record just kind of ignorant rap music or something. I mean, do your thing. But it just kind of bothers us that it's supposed to be something really special that people who have put in 10,000 hours and you just see that moment of amazingness and all that time condensed into this little like flavorful nugget. You know, it just bothers us, you know. Does it bother you?
What bothers me is when people are they're like, oh, I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to like the only reason they're starting to make music is for like ego driven purposes, you know, like worldly things.
Yeah, and so
which like I want to support all creators and people that want to make music.
All right, well, the camera just overheated, died. It did something like that. We were just talking about like just, you know, the silliness of, you know, kind of the new modern trap, just
what they
pop
talk
wave.
about is the same thing over and over and over again. Just make something with some passion behind it, please.
I'm sorry if you're watching this and this offends you and it makes you not want to tune in, but
I don't care.
That's just us being us.
Yeah.
I guess, sorry.
We're all entitled to our own opinions, so...
Yeah, there's all things we don't like, and I absolutely will work with... I'll help artists that are in that...
And I still like
in
rap
that
music.
category. I'll help them, you know, bring that extra level of depth to the music. I enjoy helping and bringing what I have to offer, but that's just my opinion about just that as what it is.
Honestly, I feel like a hypocrite because I still bump the stupidest
you best believe you don't know how often this dude's like, bro, just download a YouTube beat and let's freestyle over it with some auto-tune.
Okay, that's fun. Singing, and I only rap ignorant stuff.
Oh, all right, bro. We love trap, bro. We're trap fiends now.
True.
That's crazy. That's what's up. You know, that's a real live that's a paradigm shift in real life in real time. But just the general grind, dude. We're going to be going crazy at it. We're going to be going hard. Everything we talk about is just our thoughts and just kind of what we talk about when nobody's watching, when there's no cameras. And we're going to try.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Do what we say we're going to do.
You need to pop up on the screen right now the grind graph.
Oh, yeah.
Just 2 lines. This is the graph you want to see when you're grinding.
It's because
this is the graph you will see when you're grinding.
Yeah, it's exactly what it looks. Remember that, what is it called, that curve out of that book?
Oh, plateau
of the Latin potential or something?
Yeah.
whatever. But it goes like,
What's the
I don't know
book
if you're
called?
seeing this left to right or right to left. It looks like this for the longest.
Right, and then you hit
And then it goes just.
you hit that spot, and then all of a sudden it's a rocket ship.
Let me liken
You're
it.
tipping.
Let me liken it to this. You know that game at arcades where it's a bunch of coins and it's the
Yes,
slider
I love
pushing,
those.
and the coins are all stacked, and,
used to watch
and there's
YouTube videos
all
of
the
that.
coins are at the edge, and they're just like, any coin now, any last move I
Yeah,
make
it's
is
the
about to
best
knock
feeling.
all these into there. That's the grind. You're putting all this,
But
all these
the
coins in there,
exactly.
and just keep going. That's how I always feel. I feel like, ooh, it's about to crash. Like,
Dang.
and I've had that hope that it's about to crash since
Yeah.
I was 19,
Right.
signing a record deal.
See, I had that hope. It's slowly coming back. For a minute there, I was like, "Dang, this is gonna take a lot of grinding."
It is, but it's
It was
also
scary.
yeah, it's just a win a day keeps the fails away.
Exactly.
I saw a quote by Alex Hormozy. He said, "The easy way is the hard way, because the easy way won't get you there.
Yeah.
There's no other way than to do what it takes.
Yeah.
If you want exceptional, successful results, why would you not have to take successful, intentional actions?"
Right.
And the beauty of it all is you don't have to be a genius. All you have to be is strong enough in the mind to make your limbs and hands and mouth do
Right.
it.
And
Press
be
record.
consistent.
Yeah, press record on the camera. Build up your media presence, media personality,
Yeah,
and you
that's-
can pivot at any point. You're not stuck where you started that at.
Right. Yeah, and it's like so important nowadays. Like it's easier than ever.
Yeah.
All you have to do is get in front of the camera and start it. And it's like, I mean, there is other ways to do it, but right now this is probably going to be like the most lucrative.
Yep.
Like it's just starting, like you were
Like
saying.
I was telling you last night, we are still in the like gold rush
Right.
of this whole digital media, personal media, all this stuff. So just jump on it. And plus, what are you doing besides documenting your journey?
Right.
Sharing a side of you with the world. Like why would you not reach out to more human beings in the world and expand the chances that your life could go in a really cool direction?
Yeah. It's like, how many people watch YouTube videos a day, you know? Like,
Probably trillions.
there's not a trillion
I
people.
know.
But
I actually
there could be.
said that. I was thinking views. How many
Yeah,
views
yeah,
YouTube
that-
gets?
Let's see. Let's see if
You still use Google, bro? When ChatGPT is a thing.
well, Google has AI now.
Google's AI is boof pack, unless they're trying to sponsor this podcast.
Let's see. 5 billion video views per day.
Oh, that's
That's a
nowhere
lot.
near a trillion.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy. No, that's a ton. Wow. And it's just like they're out there. And this is what I was also telling you last night. So who wouldn't, like, you might think, oh, there's too many people doing it. There's too many people trying to do the same thing I'm trying to do. I'm talking about if you're trying to be a creative and put out art for people to enjoy, who would be mad about getting to add another 100 songs that are their favorite songs to their playlist?
Yeah.
Who would be mad about having 2 to 20 extra, unlimited, 100 extra YouTubers they subscribe to that they really enjoy their content
Right.
when they're eating, when they're, hanging out with family? Like, nobody would be mad to have you and your uniqueness in their arsenal of entertainment. It's
Very
like,
true.
you just have to present your uniqueness. And I saw another quote on Instagram was saying, the reason we hate our art is because it looks like we made it. And we think success will be when our art doesn't look like we made it, like I made it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like it cringes us, it bothers us.
Yeah.
We're scared about who we are, insecure about it. And so that's what we run from, is that it's just me.
Right.
And that goes into your quality too. Like if you're stressing about the quality of a video you're trying to release or the quality of a song, it's like do it to the best you can, how you like it, and put it out.
Yeah,
because
and
it's
then just
you.
move on to the next one.
Even the way you edit a video, something as simple and mundane as that, is unique.
Right. Just
because
do it
you did
because
it.
you enjoy doing it. You're not putting it out there. I mean, put it out there just because people want to add new songs. Like, so if you love the song you made, which you have to because you made it,
Mm-hmm.
then why would you not put it out?
Yeah, why would you keep that to yourself?
Yeah.
If you believe it's really good, then someone else out there's going to believe it's really good. If 10 people will watch your videos, will buy your beats, will like listen to what you teach and support you, why would 10,000 people not?
Right.
They're out there.
There's 5 billion
It's just your
views a
job
day.
as a content creator, as a artist, it's just your job to allocate eyeballs. You've got to figure out how to group them, like herd them. Not herd human beings, like herd their attention.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to share something that you think will benefit their life. And there's a lot of evil going about it that way too, as trying to get attention.
Right.
We're talking absolutely,
And it's
things
just about-
aligned with God's will for your life, 100% above everything. This
100%.
has to be a platform for who you truly are, and you are not who you truly are apart from God.
Yep.
Because God is the source of life to all of us, and so that's what we are in our deepest foundation.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Like a chicken-covered pimple.
The
That's
word
really
right
the
there.
grind, you know what I'm saying? The grind is cool. The grind is...
The grind is for God.
And let me say this too. You owe it to the people in your life that, like, a lot of us have people, parents, family members of any kind who gave so much and sacrificed so much to just bring us up
Right.
healthy
And eventually,
alive.
think about this. Eventually, they're going to get old and have to rely on us.
Right. And so that's my point, is you owe it to offer your uniqueness to the world and collect the reward for that and give back to the people that
Right,
put you
dude.
in the position to be able to do it.
Right. Do it for the glory of God and what you truly believe in.
Yeah, help people, and it's a humbling experience. I see why. I used to always wonder, like, how come when people like win big awards or get a big check or something, they're like, it was very humbling. I was like, that's weird, because it seems like it'd do the opposite. But it actually makes sense, because when I'm sitting here alone in the studio, and I get a small win or something, I get a new client, I sell something.
Yeah. You feel like you don't deserve it or something?
Exactly. It makes you go, wow, I don't deserve it. Yeah.
Right.
Because we don't. Even if we work hard enough, it's like nothing's ours.
That's true.
It's like, what are you going to do with the gifts that you're given?
You have to use it to better the world that we're living in now, because we're not living it.
Bro makes music and is holding his mic like this.
Dude, I keep doing that. I'm like, oh, wait, I got to have it right up to my face.
Yeah, it's just good sound quality. That's what we're about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it'll make you success. And there's a lot of people out there who does the complete opposite too. They're just, there's a lot of successful people.
And you can see what comes from that. They always come out depressed, sad. Like, so many people have died from drug overdose or suicide. Like, dude, the world's a scary place. So that's why it's like important to be like, okay, my foundation is God.
Yep.
Like, it's just
Everything rests on that, because everything in here is going to turn to dust one day.
yeah.
Whether it's 100,000 years from now or 200, it's going to be gone. And one day, everyone in the world will forget who Michael Jackson is, because we know the world won't last forever. Eventually, it'll implode or explode, or
something.
the sun will go out. It doesn't matter. Eventually, it'll run out.
Yeah.
And nothing?
No.
And because riddle me this, if there was nothing, right?
Yeah.
Nothing to retain any memory of anything, and then the universe was created, or I'm saying hypothetically from another perspective, and then the universe just appeared out of nowhere for no reason, accidentally,
Yeah.
just happened, and then eventually we know the universe will end, and it's back to the original state of nothingness,
Right.
nothing to retain any memory. So did this moment even happen? If there's no God to retain the memory and to retain what happened in existence, in reality, then did anything happen at all? Because nobody will remember the pain they went through. Nobody will remember anything because there won't be nobody.
Right.
There won't be nobody, and there will be nobody. I actually hate when people do that double negative. There won't be nobody.
Oh yeah, there won't be nobody.
Just got a little passion in there. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that nothing can mean anything if God is not who He says He is and is not all powerful and is not existing. That's just reality. There's no other way. Is that so hard to think about?
Well, no. What really like helps me understand or makes sense to me, I guess, is like how, like you just said, everything can, if you look at it in this perspective, everything could be meaningless, right? Everything is meaningless in the grand scheme of things. If you just zoom out, everything's meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
But like everything, like we're all so important, you know, we all have our own perspectives. Being a human being myself, I can see how like real everything is and how important and valuable we are.
Mm-hmm. And
so everything does matter, you know, all the decisions we make in our lives matter. And it's like weird looking at somebody else, you know.
Where's the mic going?
I need the thing. I need that thing over there so it can hold it so I can just sit here like this.
Let me go off your point real quick.
Okay.
We were talking about it maybe last night. So you passively mentioned to me, like just casually, oh, everything's meaningless. It's only God. It's the only meaningful thing. It's like, yeah, that's true that from that zoomed out perspective. But when you zoom in, you see like, if I pursue my dreams and my passions to the fullest and am giving back and being my truest, most wholesome self, I'm going to be way happier. I'm going to be more full of energy. I'm going to be way healthier.
Yep.
I'm going to be able to give more on a personal level to the people I love.
Right.
I'm going to be able to give more to, you know, God.
Yeah.
You know,
or give back. It's like
exactly. So I'm going to have more to give back.
Right.
So it's not selfish to pursue your dreams. It's actually the opposite.
Right. It's like once you want to do God's glory, it's like that's what it's about. You want to be selfless, you know, versus selfish.
Yeah. And it's
and I feel like that's the most, and not doing it just to be that seen as that person that does that, but just to do it just because you know it's the right thing to do, you know?
Yeah. It's a weird world.
Well, that's
it's a weird life.
That's the only way to actually I feel like live a happy life is if you're selfless and you're just not always thinking about yourself.
Yeah. It's proven to be the case.
Yeah.
That was a good conversation, dude.
I agree.
So, thanks for watching. Go down in the description, check out all the cool stuff. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think about what we said?
Even if you hate on the video, that's all right.
Catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Deuces.